GA Stan's house, back in the garage.
What is up, YouTube? It is 2023. It is no longer 2017 from that last clip you saw, but we are once again working on a 7th gen Celica at the GA Stan's house. We got Matt Ward here.
No, we don't.
All right, Matt, so let's pop the hood and see what's wrong with this thing.
One time I had a car at work. I opened the hood and there was a wasp nest right there.
Did you get stung?
Nope.
All right, Matt, give us the rundown. What did we find out last time?
I think we did a compression test and all 4 had 0. That was so long ago, I don't even know what the heck we did today. We tore the valve cover off. We checked timing.
And found out that
I think it was 2 teeth off.
2 teeth off. So we found out that the engine jumped timing, which is why it has 0 compression, which is why the guy was selling it, because it wouldn't start. So I think it was the very next day, I went and grabbed a 1ZZ from a 2005 Matrix, and I bought that kind of just in case. I know that engine runs, so if I can't get this one running, I know I have a backup. The whole goal is to get it running first and then figure out what cool things we can do to it. Which could include this sweet turbo that Mr. Matt Ward donated to the GA Stance house. Although, what, you need to steal your studs back?
Yeah, I gotta do that.
Wow, dude, no takesy backsies.
I put a new turbo on a car at work, and let's just say I gotta do it again.
Because it's a Hyundai.
Yeah, that explains it all.
So anyways, that turbo has just been chilling in there. It could either go on the Matrix or the Celica. It kind of depends which one stays as the daily driver and which one doesn't. So let's
get to it.
Yeah, let's get to it. So we already got most of the stuff off. We got the valve cover off and intake manifold and stuff. So we just got to pull it right back off. I think we decided it doesn't look really too bad in there. What it is, we don't know if this thing has a bent valve or anything. It is an interference engine, but I figure it has to hit it just right, I think, to bend the valves. Hopefully. That's what I'm hoping for. The idea is to get it in time, see if it has compression, and then that'll tell us, you know, if we have a bent valve or anything. It's pry time, baby.
I'm gonna be very gentle against the cams.
Bingo.
I'm gonna need to finagle this out.
I don't want you finagling anything, Matt. Good morning, YouTube. It is the next day. Last night, Matt and I were actually able to get the timing cover off, so we were able to take a peek in there, and we found some interesting stuff. Over here is the timing cover, and actually down in the bottom of it, we found these pieces. This is part of the timing chain guide, and I've yet to find out what these are from, but I think they're probably from the body of the guide as well. So those are kind of interesting discoveries, although it kind of confirms that the timing chain did jump, which was obvious because we know it is out of time. Because we found those pieces though, I'm gonna take the oil pan off and make sure there's nothing in there. Those were all down at the bottom of the timing cover, so it's highly unlikely that anything made its way into the oil pan, but just to be safe, I'm gonna pull it off. I wanna reseal it up anyways because I'm pretty sure it's leaking really bad, so no harm in doing that. And I also went ahead and bought the Amazon overnight special. I ordered it yesterday at lunchtime and it got here by this morning at like 6 a.m. So that was pretty cool. Full timing chain kit with the guides and chain. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace this before I put it all back together, because if it does run, I don't wanna have to take it all back apart again. And if it doesn't run, I'll be pulling it anyways and it'll be easy to get to everything and swap everything over to the other 1ZZ if that has to happen. So let's get this oil pan off and see what's in there. All right, guys, so I have some discoveries. Oil pan is off, and there were some goodies in it, which are right here. That is all plastic from this chain guide. That thing got torn apart, and that's, I guess, what made it jump time. The chain guide broke, gave it enough slack that it could jump a tooth or 2 teeth in my case. And then I also found these metal pieces. These kind of fit all together and make like a round shape. And at first I thought it was the skirt from the piston. I thought it cracked off, but I looked up in the bottom end and it looked super clean. Nothing looked broken. It actually looks really good in there. So what I found is that it broke off of right here. So this is where these 3 pieces would have mounted on, kind of just like a retainer for the chain, I guess. And I guess it did its job. I don't know. I'm not going to risk reusing this thing. I'm sure it would work fine even with that broken off. So luckily for the past 8 years or so, I've had this spare oil pump for a 1ZZ sitting on my shelf, and that is courtesy of my brother Lake. He had ordered a 2ZZ oil pump and they sent him the wrong one, and then he got his replacement, so we've had that 1ZZ oil pump for free, and he donated it to me, so that is awesome. What I'm gonna do now is go ahead and get the oil pump in, clean out the oil pan, get this thing in time, find out if it's got compression, I guess. There's really not much else to it. What is up, YouTube? It is a Tuesday, so not my normal day working in the garage, but I want to get this Celica kind of close to running this weekend. And what I didn't show you guys, I got the engine timed. New timing chain is in. Everything's back together. And as you can see, I am tearing this thing apart. So I didn't bore you guys. The engine still had 0 compression after it got timed. I double checked my timing, and still 0 on all cylinders. So what I'm assuming that means is bent valves. I tried to check all of the intake valves. I actually closed each one of them and sprayed some brake clean in there, and it didn't leak down into the cylinder. So I think the intake valves are fine, but I can't really check the exhaust valves easily, so I'm assuming that's what the problem is. That's my best guess right now. Either way, the engine's gonna come out. Whether it's good or not, I'll find that out after I get it out. And the goal is to get this engine in the car. That way the Celica can be running maybe this weekend. And I have a bunch of parts here to get this thing freshened up. So obviously some RTV, new water pump in here, and a bunch of seals and gaskets. So the goal tonight, it's a pretty ambitious goal. I got about 2 hours here before I go to bed to go to work tomorrow. So in 2 hours, I'm gonna try to get this engine out. So wish me luck, and you'll probably be seeing a time lapse. So see you later. It is the next weekend. I think last time I filmed was Tuesday night. I got the engine out of the Celica, and I'll be honest, I never expected the engine to be out in this video. I honestly thought that the engine was gonna be back in time and be able to run. So this is kind of a surprise to me, but I guess it made the video a little bit more interesting. So now I'm coming across some new discoveries that I'm not quite sure what to do with. So what I've done is taken off the exhaust manifold. I actually was able to check the intake valves on this side of the engine whenever the engine was in the car. And what I was doing was actually turning the camshafts. I turned them each individually so that the valves would close and seal up the cylinder from the rest of the head. And what I found on the intake side was that all of the valves held brake clean and none of it leaked down into the cylinder whenever they were closed. I'd sprayed a little bit in there and none of it leaked down through, which told me those valves should have been fine. The seats themselves and the valves probably weren't bent. So I was like, okay, the exhaust side must be bent, all 4 of them, or all 8 valves. It's gonna be really obvious. And sure enough, I've done 3 so far. I saved this first one for last to see if all 4 of them are the same, but so far these 3, all 6 of those valves are sealing up fine. And there's actually, you can still see there's a puddle of brake clean in each of these. So those have been sitting there for probably 5 minutes, and the brake clean hasn't leaked down in. So what that means is this engine is probably good. I just got to figure out why I'm getting 0 compression. But for now, I'm going to end the video there because I'm going to go ahead and put this other 1ZZ into the car because I know it runs, and I want to spend a little bit more time diagnosing or troubleshooting this engine that came in the Celica. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like the Celica content, like, comment, and subscribe. And look out, hopefully, for some upcoming videos of the MR2 that's getting supercharged. I'm looking at ordering an intercooler and some piping here to get that all mocked up and just doing my research, making sure I'm doing that all right. So anyways, see you guys later. Have a good night.